This is a video showing the process of a pre-trip inspection on a semi-trailer, specifically this Volvo truck. The first thing you do is you open the hood. On a Volvo, this Volvo, the latch is right there under the heater knob. Pull that, it'll pop the hood loose. Then you just go out and pull the hood forward. While we're in the cab, I'm going to show you the tire billy. We call it a billy because it's like a billy club. And you can use it to thump the tires. You need to thump these tires before every trip. That'll tell you whether they're flat or not. As you can see, they're dual tires, so one could be flat. You wouldn't know it without thumping them with the billy club. So billy club's usually carried inside the door right here. And now let's get under the hood. We're on the driver's side of the engine, and over here, several things we can see. The first thing we'll see up here is the windshield washer fluid. You put it in right there. You can see the level right here. When it's full, this is the master cylinder for the clutch. You can see the fluid in there. This is something to keep an eye on. If you can't see the darkness there, and every now and then just take the knob off, look in there. Takes brake fluid, but it needs to be full, otherwise you won't have a clutch. And this is your power steering reservoir. There's a dipstick ready, you can just pull out. That needs to be checked every trip, before every trip, and it holds transmission fluid, typically Dexron. Now this is the air conditioning compressor. Here's the alternator, the fan, the belts. You got a belt here for the air conditioner and the alternator. You got another fan here for the fan, another belt for the fan, and for the other part of the gear drive. Now let's see. You can see on top is the coolant reservoir. We're going to walk around the truck now, and we're going to be on the passenger side of the engine, and here is the oil dipstick. Check the oil before every trip. The engine uses 15W40 oil. You put the oil in right here, just unscrew this right here and put the oil in. You may take a funnel, but usually you can take one of those gallon jugs and pour right in there. Here's the coolant reservoir. And you can see on this coolant reservoir, it says minimum level. Now this needs to be kept full. You fill it here because this has a sensor on it. If it gets low, it'll tell you it's going to shut the engine down, then it'll shut the engine down. So keep this up here at a higher level, probably about right here. I'd say keep it full. This is overflow over here. Don't worry about that. This is the one to keep full. And this is the minimum level right here. And you can see right now, this truck is below the minimum level and needs to have coolant added to it. Nothing else over here that you need to check other than just to be sure when you look at the engine that you don't see any extraordinary oil leaks. Even as you're doing this pre-trip, you're looking around and see if there's any oil puddles under the truck or anything unusual. And you just continue this. You go back. Here's the fuel tanks, passenger side. There's a fuel tank on the driver's side. Remember, we're thumping the tires, and eventually we're going to get around to checking the lights, clearance lights, turn signals, and brake lights. That's it for now.